What is up, fellow summoners? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. This quick tip video this week is going to be focused on an Alliance War gameplay tip, specifically the Unblockable Special 2 node over on the right side of the map, which I have run this node many times for most of my Alliance War quote-unquote career. And for a long time I had Classic Daredevil, so if you've got Classic Daredevil you're running in there, don't worry about that. But this video is focused on everybody else who doesn't have that character. Really, there's many, I'm sure, champs that you're running into on this node. I'm going to cover just a couple of them here. This video series is meant to be quick and not something that's drawn out. So I wanted to focus on the three that I see most often, and probably you see as well as you move up into the higher tiers. And that is Hood, Doctor Strange, and also Punisher. So really, for all three of them, the animations, how you evade it, is really all fairly similar. It's all focused around the idea that you just want to evade the very first part of the animation and then you block the rest of it. If you were not aware, if you're able to evade the first part of a special, even though it's unblockable, the rest of the special is considered, you can block it. It's only if you evade that first part, you can block the rest. So that's kind of the theory, that's kind of the idea that you need to implement when you're dealing with each of these characters. So for Hood, I don't know why, I'm seeing a lot of Hood now on the S2, which he's been out for a while, and wasn't seeing a whole lot of him, but for some reason, I don't know if it's just been my luck recently, but I've run into him a lot. Probably 3 of the last 4 Alliance Wars, I believe, I've run into Hood. And I actually think out of all 3 of these characters here, I think he's actually the easiest to evade. You just need to focus on, he fires off one single shot. He kind of pulls it across from top to bottom, kind of across his body. He fires off the first shot, then there's a small break, and then the rest of the shots come in. So it's just that very first shot from his gun that you need to focus on evading. So as he kind of swings across his body, as he moves his arm across his body, that's when you evade back and then hold block. That one is really easy to do. There are a ton of Hood characters right now that are on kind of the leaderboards. So just jump over there. That's where I found this one at. Practice that. I really find that this is probably the easiest one to understand. I think a lot of people struggle with it because they don't practice, so definitely go and practice. Doctor Strange has killed a lot of people on this Unblockable S2. I know that for a long time, it seemed like probably like 9 out of 10 wars, it was almost always Doctor Strange. And this one is actually a little bit trickier because if you wait to evade right when you see his arm come up, like that would be the natural timing for it. When you evade back, you're not going to have enough time to finish the evade and block before he hits you with the second part of the special. So for this one, you actually have to kind of anticipate that the special is coming, and right as soon as you see him start to turn, even before he puts his arm up in the air, as you see him start to turn, you need to evade back. That is going to allow you to end your evade in enough time, kind of in between the first and second part of that special, to get your block down. So as you see him turn, evade back, you'll miss the first part, immediately hold block, you'll block the second, and then you can actually evade through the third part as well, so you take very minimal damage there. This one, definitely make sure you're going and practicing. He is a huge pain, especially as a Mystic Dispersion champ. I would recommend having a power control champ, so as soon as you get through that first S2, you're able to control the fight the rest of the way. But yeah, this one's the trickiest because the timing is a little bit more unnatural, so definitely go and practice. The name of the guy here is CCW Rims, and it was really hard to find a 4-star Doctor Strange just because his prestige is so low to duel. So CCW Rims, go check him out and practice on him dueling. And then finally, Punisher, and I don't know, I've only seen Punisher once in the higher tiers, but I probably would suspect that in the lower tiers, you guys are probably running into him a lot. This one looks way trickier than it actually is. The first part of his S2, he pulls out both of his shotguns and fires off 2 rounds, but you don't need to worry about trying to evade both of the rounds. It's just the very first shot. If you evade back as he's firing off the first round, the second part of that, it looks like you really shouldn't evade necessarily, but it's going to go right through you, and then you block the rest of that. This one is very similar as far as the timing goes. With Hood, it looks a little bit different with his animation, but as far as the timing goes, it's exactly the same. Evade first, evade back through that very first shot, then the rest of it you'll be able to block through. Like I said, and I've said many times already in this video, make sure that you go and practice. You'll save yourself a lot of frustration, a lot of potions, a lot of revives, a lot of units if you just take the time before you get into a situation where you've not faced these characters before and you get tore up. So go and practice. Find them on the leaderboards. CCW Rims. Mano09 is the Punisher. I know he's really difficult to find, so go give him a shot. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, I hope that this series and I hope that this video is helping you guys out. Until I see you all in the next one, have a great day.